This is Tennyson E Stead, writer and director of Quantum Theory, founder of 8-Sided Films, here with another 8-Sided blog today about humility. I had a very important producers meeting just a couple days ago where we started talking about ways to help secure the investment of quantum theory for potential investors. And I got up on my high horse. I talked about how film is a speculative industry, and I didn't listen as well as I could have. And I think both of the producers involved in this meeting that were sitting with me forgive me for this, but it's important for me to take a step back and understand that these are people who are working to help me, who are making time in their schedule and putting work into the project, and in opening ourselves up to stuff that even on, a below surface level doesn't seem to be compatible with our ideas. Letting that stuff sit and letting that stuff percolate can have a profound effect on the work that we do in our subconscious. I think the importance of humility and the importance of listening is not just, in other words, that other people are heard. I think it goes deeper than that. I think it's about letting in ideas and letting in processes that don't necessarily need to work the way other people are envisioning them either. But once we let them in and they start becoming a part of our cognitive process and they start becoming a part of the mix of what's going on, opportunities can come up and ideas can come up that never, ever, ever would have come up otherwise, and I'm sort of having that realization now in my process. I can't talk too much about it because it might or might not work, but it's definitely, the kind of outside the box thinking that everybody was advocating, and it only happened because someone else who was at the meeting, Evan, my fiance, sat me down and gave me a very firm talking to about how I need to be more present and more open for people who are trying to help me do my work. And that's just a question of welcoming people onto the team and making sure that that when someone starts investing in you, that you're not punishing them for it. That much I understand. That I get. But in having that conversation and opening myself up to a lot of the things that were discussed, I have definitely started having some thoughts about how we can manage the risk of the film that I never would have thought up on my own. So this is just an opportunity to say that acts of humility and being present for other people's ideas, being present for other people's contributions and input isn't just about what those ideas can do for you in that moment or how they play with the project as it exists today. It's also about making sure that we're receptive to being changed by our environment in general, and that we're capable of receiving the information that is going to change us in positive ways. Humility is that openness. Humility is that reception. So it's an important practice to keep present for, and it's an important practice to keep working on, and I'm still working on it. And I beg the forgiveness of the people whose patience I may have taxed earlier this week. I don't think it was as terrible as all that, but it's worth mentioning that I did. And in letting go of that, I think I've arrived at some very interesting conclusions and some very interesting possibilities. So it's just a moment in time where I learned something. That's what this blog is about, really. And I can't talk about the details because then it would never happen. But the fact that Evan called me out on this, the fact that I heard what she was saying, and the fact that I'm surrounded by such useful and good people to begin with has definitely helped shape my week and help me plot a course for the future that never would have been available to me otherwise. So humility is the reason why that is happening. Please don't make my mistakes. Do better than I did. And that's the end of this blog. Have yourself a great evening. If you like these videos, make sure to give us a thumbs up. There's a subscribe button right down here. And if all goes well, we're going to be publishing a lot of pre-production information on quantum theory in the very near future, so you want to make sure and be there for that. Click the subscribe button, you'll get all the alerts, and you'll find out what's coming. And have yourself a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.